Chapter 9. The Oldest Fan of All. After he heard the final score, Jack smiled. Okay, now we know why this is a big day for baseball. Yep, said Annie, and now it's time to give fly ball away. She pointed at the twins. Of course, he said. He turned to Otis and Olive. We have a special gift for you. He took the ball from his bag and held it out to the twins. No thanks, said Olive. You keep it. You deserve it more. We have a lot of baseballs, said Otis. You do? Said Annie. Sure, we grab them when they fly over the wall of the park, said Otis. They're all in here, said Olive. Come look. We'll show you. Jack and Annie followed the twins into a shadowy room off the hallway. The room smelled of roses and lavender. Otis switched on a lamp. A really old woman sat in a rocking chair. She seemed to be sleeping. See, there, whispered Olive. She pointed to a basket filled with baseballs. We keep them here in Granny Beck's room. We know they'll be safe with her, said Otis. Oh, said Jack. He and Annie glanced at the sleeping woman. She's our great-great-granny, whispered Olive. She's 101 years old, whispered Otis. She was born a slave. Do I hear some little children talking about me? The ancient-looking woman asked. She opened her eyes and smiled. Yes, Granny Beck, said Otis. Sorry we woke you up. I was just resting my eyes, sweetheart, she said. Who's that with you? Our friends Jack and Annie, said Olive. They were bat boys at the Dodgers game today. Come closer, children, she said, the great-great-grandmother. Jack and Annie moved closer to her rocker. Did you see Jackie Robinson today? She asked in a whispery voice. Yes, ma'am, said Annie. Did the crowd cheer for him? She said. Yes, ma'am, said Jack. All of them? She asked. Jack felt he couldn't lie to her. No, ma'am, a few people didn't, he said. They yelled mean things. I'm sorry to hear that, she said. What did Jackie do? He ignored them, said Jack. He held his head high, said Annie, and he walked back to the dugout without saying a word. Of course he did. He kept his mind on the game, the old woman said. He kept his dignity. He rose above what's mean and low. That's a good way to describe it, thought Jack. He walked toward the good, she whispered. Always keep your eyes on the good, children, and always keep your self-respect. Yes, ma'am, said Jack. Jack, whispered Annie. Look! Annie pointed at the baseball in Jack's hand. Writing was magically appearing on the white ball. The letters spelled Jackie Robinson. The twins stared at the ball in amazement. You have a ball with Jackie Robinson's autograph? Otis said. The ball with a name, Jack said to Annie. Annie grinned and nodded. She took the ball from Jack and held it out to Granny Beck. This belongs to you, Annie said. She placed the ball in the old woman's bent hands. Thank you, Granny Beck whispered. She looked at the autograph. I must be his oldest fan. She remembered the last 3 lines of the message from Morgan. Give the ball the name to the one who knows best the rules of the game. You know the rules of the game, Jack said softly. Yes, I do, she said. The old woman wrapped her wrinkled hands around the baseball. Then she closed her eyes again. Olive motioned to Jack and Annie. They followed her and Otis out to the hallway. Annie smiled at the twins. Your great-great-granny is, well, great. They all laughed. I'm afraid we have to leave now, said Jack. Thanks for coming, said Olive. Wait, I have a question, said Annie. Why are we the first white people to ever visit your house? Olive shrugged. I guess you're the first ones who've ever wanted to. That's so weird, said Annie. Not really, Annie, said Jack. There was a lot of racism in the 1940s. Was? Said Otis. You mean is, said Olive. Yeah, is, Jack said softly. But Jackie Robinson's starting to change things, said Otis. That's true, said Jack. Well, thank you for everything. You two really helped us today. We sure did, said Annie. And now, can you tell us how to get back to the park? Easy, said Otis. He led them out on the front porch. Go to the corner, turn left, and go about 6 blocks. Great, thanks, said Jack. Bye, said Annie. Bye, said Olive and Otis. Jack and Annie ran to the corner and turned left. In the brisk air, they walked quickly up a busy street until they came to the city park. They headed to the open area where they'd first met the twins. The big kids shooting marbles were gone. The girls playing jacks were gone. The man singing in Spanish was gone, too. Jack and Annie kept walking until they came to the small grove of trees. They found the rope ladder and hurried up. Inside the treehouse, Annie grabbed their Pennsylvania book. She found the picture of the Frog Creek woods. Ready? She asked Jack. Knock it out of the park, said Jack. Annie laughed. She pointed at the picture and said, I wish we could go there. The wind started to blow. The treehouse started to spin. It spun faster and faster. Then everything was still. Absolutely still.